Change is inevitable. Success is optional. We are a high desert operation. Our main ranch is in Idaho. We're just across the line from Jordan Valley. We're in Hawaii County, Idaho. Pretty remote area. Walt and Grace Morgan had this place for years. Walt was actually born here. Him and Grace were married just a little over 50 years before she passed away, so they spent their life doing this. And so we stayed in contact and fed his calves for him a lot. Then when Ann and I decided to get married, we got to talking to them, and they wanted us to come up here and help this thing go on as a ranch. They wanted this to stay as a cattle ranch and go on, and they made it possible for us to do that. It may not be the best country, but if you have enough of it, a cow will do pretty good. And that's kind of what it is, really. You know, we developed a cow that can go out there and work for a living and turn that low-quality forage basically into a usable product. There's a lot of acres out here that can be utilized by livestock that would become a fire hazard, basically, if we didn't use it. And yet we can turn these cows out in this arid country and use the grass in a timely manner, start in the low country, move to the higher country, you know, trying to stay on the greener as the snow goes off high and you can go. And we can make a really, really good product that can go to the feedlot and become, you know, prime beef. The cows run, we've got about half BLM, half state land, and then the rest is our private ground. We maintain a cow herd. Between the boys and I have about 700 cows. I like the Angus cattle because they work in this environment, for one. I think we've found that out. As far as building a cow, the better the cattle got, the more I could see to do. Having the carcass, marketing, being able to sell them, the whole package is there for me. And the other thing is just the fault-free part of them. It's the cow's job to raise the calf, not mine. I mean, I give her everything she needs to do it. That's her job. You know, my job is to take care, give her what she needs, and then she needs to raise the calf. We want a more balanced approach where we're still making a good female because we're trying to raise all our own females. Basically, when we're out buying bulls, we would like every trait to be above breed average. We definitely want to buy out of the top 10% of the bulls, because when we go buy a bull, we want to know everything we can about the bull. I feel like when we're selling these feeder cattle that we should give the feedlots all the information we can give them to help them make a better decision on buying them or not. We do that natural, never ever 3, which is no antibiotics, no ionophores, and no hormones. So that's a third-party documentation. There's not a lot of them that age, that kind, that are available, and so it's gave us a big advantage in our marketing. A few years ago, I hit the search deal on it, and I put in all the things that our calves had on them. And there were 757 lots of cattle, and there was 5 lots that had what we had on ours, and all 5 of them were ours. You know, what we can do sitting right here on a phone or a tablet, you know, we can find machinery all over the United States. We can sell cattle on it. We can buy cattle on it. We can buy equipment. I mean, we can do everything if we choose to do so. Our cattle sell under Morgan ranches. They need to know our face with that. And we need to know those people and make a contact with them personally. I guess you have to be driven by something and have a passion for what you're doing. If you do that, then you're willing to study or go to things that, you know, are gonna increase your knowledge of what you're trying to do. It's kind of what you learn after you know it all that counts. People that don't have a vested interest in it or a passion for it, you can't teach desire. If they don't have it, you can't get it.
Most of our boys are pretty much involved, and all 5 of the boys have been at the ranch at some point. They've all worked with us at some point, and that's very important to us. And sometimes people say, you're so lucky to live where you are and do what you do. And I say, no, my Irish grandmother said that luck is for those who don't know they're blessed, and we know we're blessed to be here. I think the most important part of being able to raise our kids on the ranch is to give them a sense of work ethic and a sense of compassion for animals and the importance that animals play in our world. We try to be very respectful of animals. Just being able to take our kids to work with us every day. If you're not happy in your job, you're not doing what God created you to do. I've heard David tell the boys a lot of times that he's done what he wanted every day of his life, and some days have been better than others, but they've all been better than doing something you hate. They're either there or they're not. And the ones that give up other things to be there, you know that they really do have a love for the cattle and for the land and for the future and for the legacy that Walt and Grace have handed down, and it's a responsibility. They learn integrity, that it's important that if you say you will do something that you follow through, that our good is your word. The faith that comes with being on a ranch, nothing is in your control, so your faith grows pretty fast when you're praying for rain or praying for it to stop raining, whatever it is.
You have to have a dream, you have to have a passion, and you have to believe you're put here for a reason. I believe we're all here for a reason. I think I was put here to raise food for people. If that's what I'm supposed to do, then I should do it the best that I can.